right, boys and girls, welcome aboard for this week's episode of State of the Atmosphere. Tonight, we're going to look at what everybody's talking about Donald Trump's arraignment and the after effects of this, what some are calling non consequential indictment in New York. Also, we're going to look at what a tournament decided to do with a young man in a Pokemon tournament, a tabletop card playing tournament. You're not going to believe why they wouldn't let him compete. And then, of course, it being the first show of the month, we're going to look at this month's slate of movies that are coming out. And if you're wondering why The Flash is on there, it's because if you look it up on the IMDb mobile app, it says it comes out at the end of the month. But we're going to look at all of that and more here on this episode of State of the Atmosphere. Boys and girls, welcome aboard State of the Atmosphere. I'm your host, Joe's Atmosphere, and as usual, I got a couple of friends here with me tonight. Showing up first tonight was my good buddy Knock. How you doing, man?
Hey.
How's things on the East Coast going?
No, pretty good.
Yeah.
Getting a lot warmer. And,
yeah. My air conditioner went out yesterday, so luckily, I live in a very old house. It has an attic fan. We've got some windows open, the attic fan going, and yeah, that's pretty nice, man. Let me tell you. Okay, and also we've got on board Das Wolfen. How you doing tonight, John?
What's going on? I'm doing pretty good.
Got your ears lowered, I see.
Yeah, I got my ears lowered, and
yeah, you tightened up the goat. Turn that beard into a goat, huh?
Yep.
My brother would be jealous, my friend. Very nice, very nice. Okay, well, let's see who's in the chat tonight. Of course, David is running around here somewhere, and he's saying hi to Christian, who's also here. What's going on, Big Daddy? Let's see. Just finished two-day weekend. Wow, huge. That must be huge for him. Oh, man. But, yeah. David, he knows all about it. You busted AC in Louisiana, hell on earth. It's not that bad, man. We just had rains come through, so it's cooled off a little bit, so we're all right. But anyway, let's take a look what we got on tap tonight. Gee whiz, I wonder what we're going to open the show with tonight. Just don't know. What's happened this week? Anything interesting? Yeah, Orange Man is back. I don't know about you guys, but I couldn't turn on the TV yesterday without seeing this. I mean, they had footage of his plane taking off in Florida, of it landing in New York. I mean, you would have thought that, there was some kind of summit going on between three countries or something about nuclear weapons or some shit, And it's
they don't even cover that like that.
Right? It's bizarre, man. This is almost like, I mean, this thing got more coverage than the royal wedding did. You know what I'm saying? It's nuts, man. But anyway, after looking at this was on yesterday. He got arraigned yesterday, and this headline says, "Hang on, let me get it up there for you guys before I start doing that. Let me get this up here." You couldn't turn on your TV. It was so funny. Knock was he texted me. He said, "Man, this country's getting crazy. This is nuts." I was like, yeah, it is nuts. According to this headline, analysis of Trump indictment on hush money charges brings few new facts. And I was looking for a quote down here. It says the 34 count indictment did not get into specifics of the crimes allegedly being concealed. To the surprise of some legal experts, I was expecting them to have clear, precise, and cogent theory, and that there was intent to conceal a crime, that this is what the crime was, and here's how he did it. You didn't see that here, said attorney Mark Bedero, a former prosecutor at the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. So apparently, this is just 34 indictments of the same thing over and over again. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and read the whole thing to you guys. You can look it up yourself.
It's the same thing written down on different documents, basically.
Oh man, just
And then every single time it was written down, that's a count.
wow.
Is how I understood it. So it's not actual different thing. It's not 34 different things. It's the thing happening 34 different times of something being written down. That's it. It's not. It's not. It's not different. It's the same. They're all talking about the same thing. It's just written down 34 different times.
And we saw all the different headlines. Okay, this I want to show this clip right here, and I'll have to share it because I'll have to add audio.
I saw the press conference with the prosecutor.
Yeah.
And it's like basically it sums up to, well, he's got 34 different indictments, but we can't tell you what they are or who they involve.
Wow.
Well,
So-
it was alluding to a crime, but they wouldn't say what the crime was.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
gotcha.
Okay.
Okay, so
Gotcha. Oh, this is from Louder with Crowder. Check out this right here, and see if this sounds about right to you.
They tried to say that he paid hush money to Stormy Daniels from campaign finance funds. Here's the truth. She said it wasn't hush money. She said that she hadn't slept with him 4 or 5 times.
Right.
Then she came out and she said that she did sleep with him. He called her a lying whore. I believe she tried to sue him for defamation. The judge threw it out and said that hooker owed him $300,000 in attorney's fees. So that's really what it was. It's a defamation suit. Yeah. And by the way, the money that was given to her wasn't hush money. That's what she said. She's now trying to claim that she was coerced.
Even
and it was
if it
given to her
was-
by Cohen, and it wasn't from campaign funds.
As I understand it, even if it is hush money, that's not illegal.
No, it's not
To
illegal.
pay somebody to shut up.
What they're saying is that he counted it as a business expense, and he counted it instead of doing it the right way with campaign.
What do you write off? Is that-
So, but here's the thing: this might
It's
be a
not
good time if you.
I mean, it's just nuts, man. It's nuts. That this seems like a lot to do about nothing is what it sounds like. And I don't think they understand that they're actually playing right into this guy's hands. I mean, I'm sure you guys saw the headlines saying that he wanted to have a perp walk and all that good stuff. You know, I mean, I'm like, dude, you're playing right into his hands. What are you
He wanted
doing?
to turn it into a documentary.
Do what now?
He wanted to turn it into a documentary.
Right? That's exactly what it sounds like to me. All right, Ruben, good to see you. Hail. And, of course, Foxy is watching as well. But look, guys, this is government at its worst right here, if you ask me. This girl has already blown it in court so much that she owes him money that she's never going to be able to pay back to him. Let's see. At the same time he was getting indicted yesterday, his son tweeted this out. Hang on a second. Basically, that she owed him more money, right? Yep. Let's see. Let me blow this up where people can see it on the screen here. Breaking: the Ninth Circuit just awarded Trump $121,962.56 in attorney fees for Stormy Daniels. Order just released. This in addition to the roughly $500K she already owes him. Yeah, that's. I mean, those of us that follow this kind of thing know that he's been in court a couple of times for this already, and it's all been pretty much. It's all been in his favor, and she owes him money over it. So, what they're the only thing, not the only thing. Apparently, they think they've got something on him, but wouldn't they have put it in the indictment if they had something on him?
Yeah, if they had something, they would be crowing it to the rafters.
Yeah, it's so very vague. It's not even funny.
It's all smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, it's nuts, man.
It's just funny that everything that's going against him is like hearing where there's no defense, a grand jury where there's no defense. Like everything they're doing against him is stuff that can't be defended, and that's what they're trying to chalk up as their victory.
Which violates the Sixth Amendment.
It's so ridiculous.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Well,
Go ahead. Finish your thought, man.
No, it's just it's insane how hard they have such a hard on to get him to knock him down.
Mm-hmm.
They're just going to any links that they're like putting every little political trick in the book to try to knock him down and to not run. That's all it's for.
That's all this is for. That's all this is for. They don't want
they're scared of
to run. Monkey Jeebus says they don't see anything but what they want to. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. Ruben says, "Wait a minute, what you have long hair? Respects. Oh yeah, I don't have my ponytail in today, man. Yeah, I've had long hair for a long time. Yeah, it's all to get him to stop running, and it's like these people don't know who this guy is. I mean, I'm sure you saw. We talked about it a minute ago, right, John? That he wanted to turn it into a documentary. He wants to turn this into a complete spectacle. He's going to turn all this into a campaign ad. Guarantee you. This is going to be all over when he runs for when the primaries start. It's going to be all over the place, and definitely when it comes to the general election, if he makes it that far. I don't know that he's going to make it that far, but he's definitely going to use all of this. These guys don't understand. They're playing right into his hands.
It's just like 2016 when all the media was talking about was Trump.
Mm-hmm.
That's free campaign advertising.
That's exactly what it is. It's free advertising. It didn't cost him a dime, and this derangement thing you have about him is all it's doing is fueling the fire. It's definitely solidifying his base, which I am not a member of, by the way. I just look. What's cracking me up is the media's coverage of this. I saw a guy. They called in one of these talking heads. The first thing he said was, "Yeah, Trump can lie like nobody else." I'm like, why are you leading your comments like that? You're editorializing right out the gate. Why aren't you?
Yeah.
If you want to say he's a liar, okay, then say what he lied about. You know what I mean? Prove to somebody he's a liar. Don't just say it. Just don't call somebody a liar. Because over the last few years, I think that the trust in the mass media's coverage of this is blown. That people are going to check into it themselves because, well, at least there are normies out there that aren't. They're gonna live and die on the 5:30 news or 6:30 news on the East Coast. But most of us that do our own research know that half of what they're putting out there is just editorial. Nah. You know what I mean? It's just,
even the talking heads were saying how thin this case is.
Yeah, a lot of people on the left are saying that too.
But that's not what people want to hear. Like the people are just going off on it. This is 34 counts. It carries a max penalty of 128 years if he gets the max penalty on every single count. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. And they're dancing in the streets like, we did it. We got him. You haven't got anything. You haven't done anything. This is nothing. This means nothing.
It's ridiculous.
It's just a headline, and that's all they
Ruben
want.
says, so I want to follow up on follow in Trump's footsteps. I might call Stormy. Why not? I am single. Trump would be a VAG. Okay, what is he saying?
That's you mean Eskimo brother, Ruben? That's an Eskimo brother. That's what it's called.
But along with 50,000 other dudes and chicks.
Well,
You're crazy, man. Damn.
all I know
Ruben's
is
nuts.
Stormy better get to working on that OnlyFans because she's going to need a lot of.
I tell you what, man,
scratch.
she's never going to be able to pay that back. She's never going to be able to pay that back. All the that's like what Johnny got out of
OnlyFans.
Amber Heard. She's never paying that back. She is
Yep.
never paying that back.
Well, if Amber Heard joined OnlyFans,
She might, right?
OnlyFans is a legit.
I don't want to
legit way
see.
to make money.
Yeah, it
for-
is. We
for
saw
women,
we
so,
saw
I mean,
a wrestler from the WWE last year give up WWE rather than stop doing her OnlyFans. She simply said, "I make more money doing it."
Yeah.
You remember that? That was
Yeah.
God, that little stout blonde. What is her name? Oh man, I'm gonna have to look it up. I know her name. Fire and Desire was the tag team. It was Sonya Deville and I can't remember the blonde's name, but she's on OnlyFans now. She's not in the WWE anymore.
and Ruben, Amber Turd was like,
Yeah,
yeah, and
exactly.
that would be like. That would be
Trust
a draw.
me, she make a bunch of money doing
that
shit
would
like
be a
that.
draw. Like that's not a
There
knock.
are
I mean,
freaks out there who will pay that money.
absolutely.
It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous.
I'll be your Johnny.
I tell you what, though, I don't want to see Stormy Daniels, though. No, not at her age. No, thank you. That's all right.
Yeah.
But I guess some people will get into that. But I had to share this with you. Our man Gary from Pop Culture Minefield put out a great tweet yesterday. Bill Clinton paid Paula Jones $850,000 to go away. Don't remember the FBI raiding his lawyer's office ever. No, I don't. But then again, they're smarter than that. They know what happens whenever you cross the Clintons, right? Yeah. You make the list. It's too bad you don't have control over here, so you can put that up. You make the list, right, Das Wolfen?
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, do as I say, not as I do, right? I can't believe these guys on the left are raising a bunch of holy hell about an affair he had that he paid the chick to go away and not say nothing. It's just, it's so pot calling the kettle black. You know what I mean? There is nobody innocent in friggin' Washington, D.C. that has never done anything like this. I mean, some politicians, hell, the guy that most people consider one of the greatest presidents ever, John F. Kennedy, was notorious for it, and everybody knew it.
Yeah.
They just didn't talk about it.
He
You know
had,
what I mean?
Secret Service bring in his various conquests
Come
through
on,
the tunnels.
man. Him and Bobby having a good time in the White House, Come on, man. This is ridiculous. But it has... Look, the headlines are coming fast and furious. We got this one earlier today. I mean, I just found out about this. I was on Pop Culture Minefield's channel. We're talking backstage after the show, and we find out about this one. Hang on 1 second. Let's see what I did. Yeah, here we go. Breaking woman with rifle enters Chicago Trump Tower. SWAT team on the scene. Now, my man Jeremy from the Quartering did a story on this, but it turns out it's some kind of apparently Trump Tower has residences in it, and it has something to do with a marital spat or something like that, But they're putting that, but it's a big, huge headline because it's Trump Tower in Chicago, So it's a bunch of craziness, but.
If you looked at the headline underneath it, it even said this happens a day after Donald Trump's arraignment.
Oh yeah, they go right into I read the article,
So,
and
yeah.
the whole thing is a big
Connected.
spiel about that, and then they talk about why she's got a rifle and why there's a SWAT team surrounding Chicago's Trump Tower. I mean, what?
Yeah.
They
This is a
want you
woman
reading
did
as
that?
long as they can. I think it has everything to do with screen time.
Hey, Joe, this is a woman with a rifle?
Yes,
Yeah.
a woman.
What's with women and rifle all of a sudden?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I am woman. Hear me roar. I don't know. They must be. It must be the something new. I don't know what it is, man.
You did hear that the same day that Trump got arraigned, that Mr. Biden is going to send billions more to that place we can't mention online.
Right.
and
More of our tax dollars going to somebody else's war. Yeah,
Yep.
gotcha. Mm-hmm. Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about. And well, what this has also brought up is a lot of course, he mentioned it in his speech. He had a speech after this. He gave a speech, right, at Mar-a-Lago after he was done with the arraignment, and he basically called for, man, you know Trump. He throws everything out there and sees what'll stick. He was talking about defunding the Justice Department and the FBI, and I mean, and he brought up all the stuff. But if anybody remembers everything that's been done to him, it's that guy, because he always starts every speech with the list of things that they've done to him. And this is just another feather in his cap as far as he's concerned. Here's the thing. They don't understand that they're playing right into this guy's hands. They're energizing his base. Every time they mention him on TV and put him on the television set, his base gets energized, man. They are like, yes, love it. The man's on TV. Wow, the greatest of all time. Woohoo! They're huge. I mean, they're Kool-Aid drinkers. They are just like the left has their Kool-Aid drinkers. Trump's got his, and but he plays to his as much as he can, man. That guy's a master at it. He really is. It's nuts, and I don't see how they think this is going to play in their favor. I just don't understand how they could think that. I mean, if they're not going to out and out call the guy on some crime that he can actually be convicted of, what are they doing here? All they're doing is giving him advertising for free. That's what they're doing. And I just don't understand it, man. I don't understand it. And the Republicans, they're suddenly all of a sudden quiet. They're not saying anything. Nope. They want to see what happens here because they're scared of him too. They know none of them are going to have a legitimate shot at winning the White House until this guy's out of the way. So they're gonna sit there with their hands folded, right? Because he does threaten the entire swamp, as he called it to begin with, right? Remember his campaign slogan was "Drain the swamp," something he tried to do but really couldn't do. My big problem with Trump is this: he's got good ideas, and my wallet was much fatter when he was in the White House than the current administration. But my big problem with him is this: anybody that's taken a communications course or a speech class can tell you this. If you distort your message, nobody's going to hear it. Okay? Yeah. You're never going to hear about the good things this guy did because all he's doing is distorting it with, these people suck. I'm going to make America great again. Blah, 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 blah. Why don't you tell us what you did during your run? Now, hopefully he'll do that during the debates this time around.
Yeah.
He's got a track record. So we'll see. But, I mean, you can have good ideas all day freaking long, but if you keep distorting your message with mean tweets and just out and out blatant craziness, I mean, defunding the Department of Justice and the FBI, please. Now, that's personal to him because they've been up his butt. You're not going to do that for the whole country, though. No. You might. What you need to do is change the leadership in those places so that you can get back to business, right? You're not going to defund him. I don't know what he was saying that crap for. That was
clean out some of the non-political appointees that were basically political appointees.
Right. Now, I don't have the story in front of me, but I believe we heard something about, is it the judge that's presiding over it? That he's not letting cameras in the courtroom, which is burning up Trump, I'm sure.
Right,
He's already said that he's not going to allow, because like I said, Trump is looking at this like an advertising opportunity. Sell, right?
Yeah.
He's not going to, and I believe there was something about they've had some past history or something like that. He may be slanted against him, but I'll have to do some investigating into that. But I heard something like that yesterday.
Yeah.
But I do know for a fact that he has said that there will be no cameras in the courtroom. So that'll be interesting how that plays out. Because I'm sure it was Trump's guys that put it up. Hey, are we going to have public cameras? And he said, no, we're not going to do that. So, I mean, we'll see what happens with this. I don't think we have a court date yet. I'm not sure. Did they say whether
the next hearing is December 4th?
December 4th? Wow, whoa. Are you serious? Wow. They arraign him. Wait. Listen to that right there, folks. Let that soak in. We are going to be deep into the 24 campaign by then. You know, it starts a year out, and that's that's October, November, the end of this year, and wow, they better have the ducks in a row. Because if they don't come up with something by December to nuke him with, he will just turn it around on them in spades, big time. He really will. You guys know he will.
Look at how much they've already investigated him. And they investigated him. And they investigated him.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said he's the cleanest president that we've had.
Now I don't see how that's possible. But
well, you know what I mean. They're not finding what they're looking for.
He's a businessman, okay?
Yeah.
They ain't none of them clean. So, I mean, you know.
And the other thing is,
even my small time little butt, I do things on the cheap as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? Ruben says he is. He says straight up he is the cleanest one. Well, you know, hey, that might be possible. I don't know. I tend to think somebody like Jimmy Carter is probably the cleanest one we've ever.
Yeah.
But it was just because he was kind of inept in the political sphere. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. But yeah. I don't know, man. Well, we'll see how it pans out. But the fact that they're going to have this thing go if it starts in December, it's usually.
Oh no, that's not even the start date. That's just the next hearing.
That's the next hearing. Wow.
Yeah, that's the most.
Yeah, they're going to make this go through the entire friggin' cycle. And if he gets elected again, oh my God, that'll be hilarious. That'll be funny as hell, man. Good Lord. Oof. We'll see how it turns out.
He gets elected. He resigns. His vice president pardons him, makes him his vice president. The vice president resigns. Trump's president again.
Don't start this. Don't. All right, Q. All right, QAnon Das Wolfen. Whatever. What the hell? I heard that last year. Yeah, we're gonna get to where he can just serve 3 terms. I'm like, no, you're not. No, you're not. That's stupid.
No,
that's completely dumb. I don't understand it. But anyway, any other thoughts about Mr. Trump and how the left-leaning New York justice system is pretty much handing him a victory? I mean, I can't help but laugh, guys. This is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. And the fact that you know what I thought yesterday when I was watching the coverage of this? Because there was nothing on TV but this yesterday. On at least on ABC, because the local coverage for local news is the way I like it on Channel 3, which is our ABC affiliate. That's where my TV stays. I'm usually on YouTube when I'm watching stuff, but if I switch back to regular on-air TV, that's what I go to, ABC. It was on all afternoon. I was seeing his plane. I was seeing, the people outside the courtroom and all this other stuff. I'm like, why are you covering this so much? It's a friggin' arraignment.
And what happened after the arraignment? He just went and got his motorcade and left.
Yeah.
He wasn't really arrested and charged.
No, not at all.
He pled not guilty and then he's gone. So he's not going to be sitting in a jail until December.
And I'm watching this and I'm thinking, first of all, the advertisers, no wonder they're going to other sources other than regular television, because they don't even care about interrupting their friggin' regular television anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't even care about it. They just do it for nothing now. I mean, they do it for the littlest things now, and which shocks me. I mean, if I was an advertiser, I'd be upset. You know what I mean? This is where I have targeted my advertising on this show because I want it to be seen during this show. And then you turn people off of it? What? Over this? You know? But the other thing was just, what is it they don't want us seeing? Because this is almost like it's a circus to keep our eyes off of something else. Is what I went to right away. I'm like, what, you know? And it could be the billions you're talking about that are going to a faraway land.
Yeah.
That could be it right there. You know? And you can tell from my voice, it still hasn't. I yelled a lot Sunday, man.
You did.
John was with us when I was having a cocktail or two and enjoying WrestleMania. Let me tell you, man, it was fun. But it finally recovered a little bit. But every once in a while it cracks. But anything else you guys want to say about Mr. Trump and the 34 counts that the New York prosecutor has decided needs to be addressed by Mr. Trump?
We'll talk about it in eight months.
Right?
Yeah.
8 months?
That's
Swift
when
justice,
we'll
right?
follow up on this, guys.
We'll
follow up on it.
Well, like the motions aren't due until like October.
Yeah.
What a
October.
dumb waste of, what a
The
dumb waste
beginning of the
everyone's
cycle.
time.
And he was like, "Yeah, I want to get through this quickly."
Yeah. No, Mr. Trump.
you
We're going to
don't.
make you fly back and forth. for a
No,
while.
Trump didn't say that. The judge said that.
Oh, he said he wants to get through this quickly, so he decided it was going to be December.
Yeah.
That's quick. It's quick, boy. Yeah. No. I've seen Justin is handed out a lot faster than that. No doubt about it. But it does take a while sometimes. I remember that Colorado shooter, the guy that shot up the Joker movie. Didn't it take
Yeah.
about a year and a half, 2 years to convict him? Something like that. I
Yeah,
was like,
something like
man,
that.
what are they doing up there in Colorado? They can't put this guy on trial. Good Lord. It's ridiculous. All right. Yeah, we'll follow up on this right in the middle of the election season. Man, good Lord. We thought it was a circus the first time. He's going to be in... he's... You know what he's going to do? He's going to go to court during the day. Then he's going to go to a rally that evening. Probably
Yep.
somewhere else, right? Not even in the state.
You know where I just came from?
Right? Guess where I just came from. He is going to fire these people up so much, man. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be fun to look at, man. But it's sad for our electoral process, though. It's sad to me. This is not issues right here. This is not issue driven at all, which is what the electoral process should be. When we start doing our primaries, we should be vetting the people trying to get our vote. That's what we should be doing. And that's not what this is. This is complete dog and pony show circus is what it is. So I do not look fondly on any of this stuff. I think it's stupid. I have to laugh at it because if I didn't laugh at it, I'd get mad at it. But anyway.
Yeah.
Let's see. Monkey Jeebus says, wasn't the Joker shooter for the Dark Knight not Joker? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It was the Dark Knight.
Yeah, it was Dark
I'm sorry. I guess I thought of it because of both of those actors got nominated for an Academy Award for that. So that's probably where I got confused. I'm an old man, Jeebus. Give me a break. Okay. So the next thing we got to talk about tonight is one that Knox sent us, and it's about a young man that spent a lot of money to go to a tabletop Pokemon card tournament and got turned away. And you're not going to believe why he got turned away. It is completely silly. You sent me this, so go ahead and lead us into it while I'll pull up the article, buddy.
Yeah, so basically this kid, it's a Pokemon tournament. I remember as a kid, I never really got into it seriously, but I know the game. It's just like every other one with Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering. It's a card game, and this kid who was 5-0 in the tournament. You know, he was going into a pretty big game, and I guess the judge had asked for his pronouns, and it was a streamed event. You know, they actually streamed it. This was streamed live.
Yeah,
And
I
he,
mean, it's
he
a very
was,
niche thing. A lot of people watch this stuff, man. Yeah.
and he was, a kid. He's right there. He's a kid. You know, he's very nervous, and he's going against a well-known opponent in the circuit, and and he's being asked about his freaking pronouns. And then he Monkey Jeeves he giggled while he was doing it. You know, kind of that nervous, giggle, and and the judge apparently did. Like, what's your pronoun? He's like, oh, he, him, and top of his head, he couldn't think of his, which is the third pronoun, proper, whatever.
Right.
And I guess the judge, being a they them, was like, you don't have to be a jerk about it or something like that to a kid. Like, it's like, what the hell?
Yep.
And then during the match, it was going on for like a couple minutes, and then they cut the stream, they cut away from it, and they told the kid, the game's over and he's disqualified. The kid, he spent like almost $1,000 to be there to do this thing, and they kicked him because of some judge, felt like he wasn't being inclusive enough and joking about it too much. But he was just a kid.
Monkey
And
Jeeves says kid giggled when they asked for his pronouns. They are creepy predators. And he also says judge shouldn't be asking kids that.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, it's. I mean, how old is it? Hang on. Let's get into the article and we'll find out some of the finer points of it. Let's see. McKinney Tran was brought to tears after being disqualified for a Pokemon trading card game tournament, for allegedly violating its inclusion policy. Let's see. Teenage player was disqualified. Blah blah blah. In Charlotte, North Carolina, after an exchange with a judge regarding his preferred pronouns. He took time off of school and spent $800 to participate in the tournament, and was brought to tears when the head judge told him he was disqualified from the event due to allegedly violating the inclusion policy by making someone feel unsafe and uncomfortable. This guy, how old is this guy? On our way to the stream area, the judge asked us for our preferred pronouns. I said, he or him or and I paused trying to think of a third pronoun being his. As I just stood there looking stupid trying to think of the third pronoun, I felt embarrassed because I was failing to think of a simple word. Due to the nerves and me being embarrassed, I let out a little laugh, just a normal nervous laugh. My response together ended up being he or him or haha, his. That's it. It appeared the judge became uncomfortable after Tran had an awkward laugh upon being asked his pronouns. How old is this kid? Tran was escorted off the game stage. Let's see. Tran was escorted off the game stage by the head judge, to whom he explained that his nerves had caused him to laugh. According to the teen, he was 5-0 in the tournament and was given a 6th-round matchup against a well-known player, Alex, oh my God, Szymanski. I think I got that right. I'm looking for his age, but it does not look like this article says it at all. But anyway,
all I see
you get the gist. Apparently, this judge turned this kid away after all the time and money spent because he didn't like the fact that he didn't know his pronouns.
Yeah.
That is some horse shit. I would never join that tournament ever again. That's and the fact that it's over pronouns, man. What? I don't. Look, you guys have heard me say it several times. I don't care what your bent is, how what gender you want to be. I don't care who you want to hang out with in the bedroom. That's none of my business. Don't care. Don't care. I will tell you, if you're making it something that everybody has to, if everybody's got to bend their world around you to make you feel comfortable, then there's something wrong with you. That's a you issue, not mine. Okay? That's borderline toxic narcissism is what it is. It's just just silly. And to think that they have this guy, I mean, all the guy had to do was help the kid out and just say his, you know, and help him out. That's I mean, when we're watching sports, that's the referee getting involved in the game. That's the ref getting involved in the game. There's no greater example of it than that right there. That makes no sense. That makes no sense at all. Who is he offending?
Apparently the judge. Apparently the judge himself.
How can the grown man now? Okay, the judges are grown people, right?
Yeah, usually.
I have questions this article is not answering. So
yeah, I mean,
I have to assume if it's an event at a big thing and it's being televised and everything, I have to think that the judge has got to be an adult, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he should act like an adult. That's not being an adult. That's being a kid. Oh, you don't know my name. You don't know your pronouns. You can't play.
It's good. Well, Gen Z never learned how to be an adult.
What is that? What is that? Yeah, Yeah, is this part of the participation award generation?
Yep.
Everybody's got to be.
Everyone's special.
Everybody's special.
And to think I used to complain about millennials.
Right?
we grew on you.
No, you just
hey, man.
You just proved not to be as stupid as the generation following you is what it was.
Well, you know,
sure, every single generation above is
Knox
the same thing.
starting to get this. My daughter is starting to get this now that they're getting in their 30s.
Boomer said same things about me.
They're starting to understand what we've been seeing for a while about, you know, the generation. And this is nothing new, by the way, Knock. I'm not picking on you. My dad thinks this about me. Okay. He thinks that my whole generation is an idiot. Okay, it's just this is how it goes. The older generation thinks the younger generations are just silly or they're not paying attention to the right things or whatever. Well, I remember one time I was in his living room and I mentioned George Bush's name once. It was the last time I ever did it. I don't talk politics with my dad anymore because he's from the East Coast. He's one of those East Coast liberal guys and. Oh my God, you would have thought that I threatened to blow his house up or something. He lost his mind on me. Why are you talking about that lying asshole? He went off on me.
Not makes you feel any better. My entire generation was called the slacker generation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gen X is the slacker generation.
Yeah. See, I like my generation because it's just the ones before the internet and after the internet.
Yeah.
We grew up with the internet.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
We saw it grow into the monster it is now.
The monster that it is now. And it's huge, man. And it just keeps getting bigger. I mean, oh, man. But getting back to this kid, that's criminal. If his parents had any money, I would take that guy to court and just sue the shit out of him. I really would. That makes no damn sense whatsoever. We're talking about a kid. And he spent some hard-earned money to get there, too. And, you know, it'd be different if the guy wasn't doing well in the tournament, right? If, say, it's a double elimination tournament, he'd already lost one. This kid was undefeated.
Yep.
Just yanked the carpet right out from under him because he got nervous and giggled. And I guarantee you that guy thought, oh, this guy thinks it's silly. He's got to have a third pronoun. That's exactly what that is. You know, he got that chip squarely right here, got tapped on, and he said, okay, you're out of here. that's
Some people just can't handle a small modicum of power. And it just
no. It
it
turns them
shows.
really bad. Yeah, it turns them into. I mean, I guess that's every walk of life, but man, to have that happen to a kid like this, that's a shame. That's a big time shame. Anything
Well,
else you guys want to cover about that one? Anything?
Yeah,
No,
just
I
Other
would
than
have
the
been out of there.
continuation.
Yeah.
I would have been out of there quicker than that kid because I would have answered, well, there's only 2 choices. So
Yeah. Right? Pronouns.
That would have
I
got him
might
kicked out
answer-
even faster.
What
Yeah.
pronouns are you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about. Mister? Say
I think
Mister.
I think I
Can't go
saw
on.
I saw a video of a website that had like every single option. And he's like,
Oh
"How
my
do I
God,
find
no.
mine?"
Right? Where is the fucking color wheel? Where's the things I manipulate to get my correct
I think the
ones,
better
man?
question is like, "How do you feel today?" Like that.
Yeah, what are you
that
today?
what are you today?
Makes no sense, man.
I
No
always go
sense
back
whatsoever.
to the in an emergency, if you were dying and someone said we have to give you a man, or this is obviously a weird one, we have to give you a man's blood or a woman's blood, and if you choose the wrong one, you're gonna die. How many people would go
Yeah, how
the
many
wrong answer?
right? How many transgenders,
Like,
ma'ams, are gonna go? I'm a male. Yeah, that's it. Oh man, or I'm a female. I'm a female. Yeah,
or there comes
even
like
though it's gonna kill me, I'm a
the-
female.
and the other thing I always go back to is police chasing a suspect.
Okay.
How do they describe them? Do they assume their gender?
they have
No.
to.
They have to, right?
Well, yeah, you're
because
right.
they're-
But are they going to
They
get
have to.
sued?
Just
when,
by
when
sight.
he was chasing me, I heard him call me a him.
Right. Right. Okay, I see where you're coming
Fired.
from. Yeah.
Fired.
You're
Name
out.
Once,
fired.
ag-
Get out of
once
there.
again,
Lost your
they've
pension.
only got 2 choices on sets of
Right.
pronouns.
So it's like, what is they supposed to do? Oh, they're running away. Oh wait, so there's more than one? No, they. It's just not practical. That's what kills me. It's not a practical thing. It's just not. They're going to the hospital. Who is? Is it multiple people? No, they are. It's like, so how many people should we prepare for? Them. Like, that makes it just doesn't it's just not a logical function of the language, and it's just
It's not.
so stupid.
It's
No.
dumb. And
Or
go
worse
ahead.
than that, there's the ones that have the made-up pronouns.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Ze,
I-
them,
I don't-
zere.
I actually kind of like that one, but just because I don't know. I'm a 3-lettered guy myself, so I like any that are 3 letters. But yeah, Joe knows. I have a million. I have a million that I can on DCUO that I can.
Every
go off
one of his characters is like that. Knock.
I even have some 2-letter
Nige,
ones.
Vax. I mean.
Yeah, they can all be pronouns if I wanted.
And by
them
the
to
way,
be.
he was Vax before the guy on the show you guys cover on Pop Culture Minefield. What's the
No.
name of that show? The D&D show that the voice
Oh,
actors do.
Yeah,
There's
that's
a Vax on that show, isn't there?
Yeah, well, it's short for Vaxeldan
Oh, okay. All right.
for a
so-
critical role.
See, he's just straight up Vax. It's not short for shit. It's just Vax. That's all.
Yeah, it was an available 3-letter name. That's
Yeah.
all it was.
But I have to implore people
Be right back.
that let this kind of stuff get on their nerves as far as the he, him, they, them, was, were thing, whatever. You can't let that be your identity, man. You're gonna miss out on a whole lot of life if you let that rule who you are, really. And it's just a shame that something like this has got to happen to a young person. It's going to jade that guy against a lot of stuff for a long time. Yeah, all that guy achieved was making sure that guy didn't like him for the rest of his life. That's all he achieved with that. He didn't achieve some huge victory for inclusion. As we just saw by those headlines there, he's pretty much being dunked on for being a jerk, because he didn't like the answer that kid gave.
Yeah.
And it had nothing to do with the game he was playing. He wasn't cheating. Nothing like that. Makes
Nope.
no damn sense. All right. Well, I think after a show and a half of tougher topics, I think it's time to do something fun, boys and girls. So we're going to get into. I'm trying to make this a regular segment. We want to get into what's coming up at the movie theater this month. Now, you see the flash there. In my own defense, I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. I showed it to the guys earlier before the show. Let's see. Let me pull it up. Hang on, let me get that down. IMBD coming soon, and this must have been the original release date of it, huh, John? Don't you think?
That
Probably
might
the
have
original
been. Yeah.
release date of it. It's probably just something that they haven't fixed on their mobile app. But God, where is the coming soon part? I know it's at the bottom. There it is. Okay. What did I say it was? The 26th? I think that's what it was.
25th or 26th.
25th or 26th, right? There it is right there. I'm going to try and put it where you guys can see it. On their app, it says April 25th, The Flash. So don't hate me for having the wrong thing up there. And if we have time, we'll watch the Flash trailer because I'm I don't know how you are, Das Wolfen, but I'm kind of looking forward to that movie. That looks pretty cool, man.
Yeah, as much as
The
I
Batman
hate,
stuff looks really cool. It does.
yeah, it's.
Now the rest
I'll go
of it,
see it.
you know, the rest of it, I don't like the guy they got playing Flash, and it's not because of what he does outside of acting. I just think they've got like an ADD character playing, Barry Allen, but and they've got Supergirl looking really strange in it. It's the first time she's going to be on screen in 43 years. Do you know that, Das Wolf?
Yeah.
On the
Yep.
big screen. On the big screen. Of course,
Not
we
since
know
Helen Slater.
Yeah, not since Helen Slater. She'd been on the big screen, and they got a girl who is gorgeous, by the way, but they frumped her down. I was watching Gary from Nerdrotic's review of that trailer much after the fact. That trailer came out a while ago. And he was saying, yeah, they made her look like Ezra Miller with short black hair, right?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, pretty much. That's what they did. But anyway, let's get into this, boys and girls. Let's check out this month's offerings on the big screen. Now let me get my calendar up so I know what days of the week this is. Okay, tomorrow we got Godless. The Eastfield Exorcism. That looks like some kind of horror movie. I haven't heard much about that. Friday's offerings. You guys can look at the list and see if there's anything you're interested in. This one here, Paint, looks interesting to me. It's Owen Wilson, right? And this is what he looks like in it. Hang on, let me see if I can get rid of that. No, I guess I can't get rid of that, can I? I'm just
It's basically Bob Ross.
It's Bob Ross, no doubt about it. No doubt about that being Bob Ross. But the name of the movie is Paint. Have you guys seen the trailer for this thing?
No, I haven't.
Okay. All right. Well, let me set up to show the trailer real
Nah,
quick.
I don't watch trailers.
Oh, you don't? Okay. Well, that's cool. We won't watch it then. We're
No,
gonna watch.
feel free. I'm not going to watch it. So
Okay. Well, this right here is it's about
the movie,
Bob
not
Ross.
the trailer.
What is it?
I'm not going to watch the movie. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I'll watch the trailer.
I got you. Okay. Well, I've got to get this on a different screen real quick before we show it. Yeah, it looks like it might be pretty good. Wes Anderson, he's been in a lot of Wes Anderson movies, and I thought that's what this was, but apparently the director's name is Britt McAdams, and
It doesn't ring a bell.
it doesn't ring a bell with me either. This guy, hang on one second.
I generally don't like Wes Anderson movies. I find them too pretentious.
They're goofed. Some of them are pretty good. But they're definitely an acquired taste. If you're not into them, you're just not into them. This is the guy that's making this one. His name's Britt McAdams. He's known for Nothing We Know, Tosh.0. That's about it. That's about the only thing I've heard of. But let's check out this trailer real quick.
Our goal is pretty simple. I want to help you get what's in here and just splash it onto there.
I mean, he looks just like him.
Oh,
he?
yeah.
Oh, man. And if you don't know who Bob Ross is, guys, he's the guy that taught us on LPB how to paint landscapes a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. What was that? The 80s when he was doing that?
Early 70s, late 70s when he started.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's not rocket science. It's harder. Thanks.
I'm sorry. I just laugh every time I see Owen Wilson. The guy's crazy.
We're going to a special place with me, Carl Nargle. Cut it. That tree is probably too tall. Brace yourself. You are going to get some calls from that.
This looks like it looks like a comedy because, well, you'll see that he's fixing to get some competition.
Mr. Nargle, it is an honor to meet you, sir.
Wait, what's going on?
Hi, friends, and welcome to Paint with Ambrosia.
Yeah, he's gonna get some competition and he doesn't like it.
It takes paint to a whole new place, and it's been a lot of places.
Good night, everyone.
I've never seen him that mad.
I don't know, man. I don't know about this one, but it's definitely a '70s motif. I'm surprised they don't have lava lamps in
This behind your ears.
Don't let fame bring out the worst in you.
A real man never looks back. These the new tote bags.
It's only because yours weren't selling.
I mean, he's being replaced, dude. He's being replaced.
I'm an artist instead of a woman who says really mean things to other women.
You were an artist.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna lose his shit because of some competition from a chick.
A real artist follows his heart. My Uber is here.
I don't know what that is.
It's goodbye.
How's everything going?
Awesome. What's
This looks like a Wes Anderson movie, though. If you didn't know this was wasn't a Wes Anderson movie, that's what his movies look like.
The image tucked away in your brain that makes your heart ache and your soul feel like it's going to burst.
Carl is one-dimensional and very sexist. You know I don't care what people say about me.
Yeah, sure you don't. It looks like one of those really odd comedies, man. That's what it looks like.
PBS Burlington.
Carl stole my newspaper.
Yes, we're aware that Carl is stealing newspapers. Please hold.
It was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen.
What's it called?
That's the Tetris trailer right there. I hear that show's pretty good. Yeah, that's the first offering of the month right there. Friggin' paint. I hope it does well, if for nothing else, for Owen Wilson to get back in movies, because that guy is pretty damn funny. I dig him. He's had his demons, but I enjoy him. I really do. All right, let's see what else we got this month. There's a bunch of indie type no-namers coming out this Friday. There's a bunch of them. This one right here I wanted to show you guys, but I mean, knock if you gotta not pay attention for a second or whatever. This one right
I'm
here.
here. I'm just punching.
Okay. This one right here looks to me a lot like Blade Runner, kind of. And I meant to tell Gary about this one earlier, but
Simulant.
Simulant, yeah, that's the name of it, and it's a smaller
We're
movie.
echoing over here.
I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. It's a smaller movie. I'm sorry. I've got to remember to mute that when I'm not showing it, because what it's doing, it gives us an echo. Simulant. I saw the trailer for this earlier today, and it says a humanoid AI's attempt to win over a widow's heart places it in the path of a government agent trying to stop the rise of machine consciousness. So, I mean, it looks really neat. And let's go ahead and check this trailer out here. Hang on. Let me get it up here. And pop that up there. And get it back where it needs to be. Pause. The thing I hate about these trailers sometimes, they try to auto start. So you have to get them set up. Okay.
Hello, stranger.
Watch out!
What happened after the accident?
I know that this is hard to understand.
Wait, check out the cast when they show them on screen. I don't know all their names, but I've seen them in several things before.
ACE, Artificial Intelligence Compliance Enforcement.
You shut down the power to an entire city block.
Just let me investigate. I'm telling you, this one's different.
Unregistered simulant.
What is that guy's name? He was in, I think it was Terminator Salvation. He was the Terminator in it. Do you remember? You remember who I'm talking about? Not Christian Bale, but the Terminator that's in it.
No.
I can't remember that actor's name, but that's who this is. I've always liked him.
Bored of your simulant?
Oh, you mean him?
No, that guy is from Twilight, isn't he?
No, that's probably Mel.
That's right. That's Stephen Amell's brother, right?
So what happened here?
The sim has been hacked.
That
Somebody
guy.
altered the precepts designed to protect us.
Who did this to you?
Sam Worthington.
Sam Worthington, that's it. Yep. I love that guy. Their rebellion begins today.
I want to go home. I know you're a sim. I can help you. All I want to do is eliminate those restraints so that you can be human. Do you know where he's hiding?
No.
There has to be something in your programming that leads us to him.
I mean, it's got a decent cast, and it's a smaller movie. So, you know, some of these movies, when I see them, I watch trailers a lot during the week just to see what's coming out. And there's actually a War of the Worlds movie coming out, too. A smaller version of that, too.
You're free, brother.
You can't be here.
I miss you.
You are not my husband.
How do I get her back? No. Bad idea, brother. Trust me, been helping people like you for a long time. How many people like me? A lot. It's about to be a lot more.
Yeah, it looks interesting, man. Don't you think? There's an agent hunting these things, and instead of replicant, they're calling them simulants, right?
He wants simulants to be free. I have to stop him.
We gotta go.
And the special effects don't look bad.
Who you are can transcend who you were.
I mean, I don't know if this is the same trailer I saw this afternoon, but they showed him that gun he's got. It's like an EMP or something, and it freezes these things right in their tracks. You know.
This is only the beginning.
That looks like one I would be into right there.
To me, it looked like that was be a movie with just bad acting. That's what I got out of that.
Yeah, well, some of them can come off that way, but dude, some of the best movies I've ever seen are B movies, dude. That weren't even supposed to make any money at the box office. Didn't make any. Some of them are. I've seen some straight to VHS ones that were awesome. I always bring up when we're talking about stuff like that. I always bring up this movie I saw years ago with the guy that was in Die Hard. I never can remember his name, but he was one of the 2 FBI agents. You know, Johnson & Johnson, the FBI agents in Die Hard, the white one. He was a musician. He was on Fox News all the time. He passed away not too long ago. God, I can't remember that dude's name. But he's in it, and it's a movie called Peacemaker. And not the one with George Clooney. It's a different one. It's about this alien crash landed to Earth, right? It's a classic thing. You know, he lands like Starman, and he he's learning English by watching the television set and shit like that. But it turns out he's like this, I guess, a cop from another planet's what he is, and he's there to take down this murderer from another planet. He's chasing a guy from another planet, and he's known as a peacemaker, is what he is, right? He's basically which is what cops are, right? And very low budget movie, but the way it was shot and the way that made him look like he was damn near indestructible, it was fantastic, dude. It really was. And that's just, I'm always looking for gems like that are low budget movies that are actually end up being really good flicks.
One of my favorite movies growing up, and I guess this is usually on a list of like top 10 worst movies, was The 13th Warrior with Antonio Banderas.
Dude, that's one of the greatest movies ever made.
And,
if you ask me.
Yeah, I know,
Yes.
and I love that. I watched this so many times.
Yeah,
it was great. Love that movie.
That I believe is based on a classic story. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Do you know what that is, John? That it's based on? I don't remember, but I'm looking for this movie called Peacemaker.
No,
I can't remember what the
based off of
original
a book.
story was.
I thought it was a book.
Is it? There it is. Here's the one I'm talking about. Hang on. I'll have to change the way I'm showing. Might have been based on a book. I just knew it was based on something. It wasn't an original.
It was based
story.
on Michael Crichton's 1976 novel Eaters of the Dead.
Okay.
Yeah,
there you go.
that's how I remember it.
This is the movie I was talking about, Peacemaker. Dr. Shepard being a female, I think, gets caught up in a war between 2 aliens, Edwards and Forrester. Yeah, John Forrester's he's the bad guy in it. He's the guy that the Peacemaker's after. And the guy in the middle here is the Peacemaker. God, I always have to do this. There we go. Yeah. And I can't remember that guy's name. What is his name?
Robert Forster? No.
Robert Davi. Why? I cannot remember that guy's name for nothing. Robert Davi is the guy's name.
He was in Goonies.
Yeah, he was in Goonies. He was in a bunch of stuff. And Lance Edwards is the hero in it. He's Townsend. But if you guys find a way to watch this, you should watch it sometime. It will blow you away how well they made a low budget flick, man. It's from 1990, and man, that's the one that I always tell people, if you're looking for sometimes B movies are some of the best movies you'll ever see, But speaking of B movies, we got a lot of them, and Simulant is, I would say, about that caliber. You know what I mean? But it looks like they've improved the way you can do special effects in independent movies, though. That's for damn
Yeah.
sure. They definitely have, because I'll show you some of that War of the Worlds one here in a minute. It's like, wow, that this is a low budget flick. But as far as other big movies that are coming out this
Before we
month,
continue on, Joe, you
Go
want to
ahead.
pass it on over here?
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
this was kind of cool. I was looking on IMDb. People born today, or this is their birthday.
Yeah.
And I had to stop because I saw Haley Atwell.
Haley Atwell. She's
Yeah.
not much older than you are, buddy.
Yeah. She's awesome.
Yeah, she is
So
awesome.
I was going through the list and just seeing some of the names here.
Hang on, I'm looking.
I like this guy, Mitch Kelly. Really
yeah,
like that
he was
kid.
on the X-Files, man.
He's at X-Files. I've seen him on Sons of Anarchy.
Bunch
Was
of
playing a
stuff.
Nazi. Like he's all over the place.
Who in the hell is Freddie Fox?
I don't know who
Some
that
of
is.
these people, man. I don't know. Oh, Michael Moriarty, dude. That's one of the greats. He was never a big leading man, but dude, there's a movie, if you've never seen it, with Nick Nolte when he was young, called Who'll Stop the Rain. That is a great movie. It's about drug running in Vietnam after the war was over with. And he's in it, and he plays a piece of garbage. He's not like the LA, he's not like the Law and Order DA guy. He's a piece of garbage. Hang on, right next to, go back.
Yeah.
Right next to him was Spencer Tracy. Wow. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Roger
Go ahead,
Corman was born today. It's Roger Corman's birthday.
Is it? Roger Corman. Damn. The king of the B movie. Hell, the king of the C movie, actually.
Yeah.
Let's
Nigel
see.
Hawthorne.
Nigel Hawthorne. Yep. Let's see who else we got.
Melvin Douglas.
Yeah. I don't know any of these people. Well, yeah, I know
Frank
Gorshin. Yeah, Frank Gorshin was in a lot of stuff. He was the Riddler on Adam West's Batman show.
Yeah.
Back in the day. Yep. Pretty cool,
okay.
man. Pretty cool.
I just saw that while I was looking on IMDb, so I thought that was kind of cool.
For sure. I'll leave your screen up in case you find anything else you want to share.
Yeah.
But
looking at the movies for this week or this next week, that Portable Door looks interesting.
yeah, Portable Door. What is this about? Let's see.
It's like a fantasy Harry Potter-esque movie.
Really? Huh.
I know you're
Wow.
going. I know you're going in order, but man, I didn't realize when Guardians of the Galaxy is coming out, and we're exactly 1 month away.
Yes, we are. Absolutely.
Man.
Yes, sir. But you don't watch trailers, so you can't see it. They put out their final trailer for that one, bro.
Well, I mean, what's the point of me watching a trailer? I'm gonna go see the damn thing.
I understand that, but some of us enjoy watching trailers, man.
Yeah.
Dude, one of the funnest things for me, man, let me tell you something. I will never forget. You know what trailer got me the best in a movie theater? It was in 2000 when they showed the trailer for the first Lord of the Rings movie. I about jumped out of my fucking chair. I almost did. My wife was like, what? I was like, oh man, I got these big eyes and everything. Because I could tell by the visuals what it was. Especially when they showed, one of the first things they showed in that trailer, if you remember, was the rolling hills of the Shire and the round doors on the houses. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh man, no, they're not really doing it, are they? And they kept showing the visuals, right? And they're like, she's like, what? I said, it's Lord of the Rings. They're doing Lord of the Rings. I can't believe it, But yeah, Portable Door. It says, let's see. It says the premise is Paul Carpenter is an intern at a mysterious London firm with unconventional employers, including a CEO who wants to disrupt the ancient magical world with modern corporate practices. What?
Yeah, but it's got Christoph Waltz and Sam Neill in it.
Oh, I see who's in it. Yeah, for sure. It's got a big cast. You want to check that trailer out?
No, it's not going to be a big movie. It's going to be on like MGM Plus or something.
I think it's Apple Plus.
Oh, Sun Plus.
I believe. I think we just saw the Apple Plus logo at the beginning of it. Yep. Okay. Well, I mean, none of them really look that huge. It's a bunch of smaller movies. But the ones that I saw that interested me was that couple. Renfield comes out this month. If you've seen the
Yep.
trailers for that, that looks pretty damn funny. It looks like it's going to be a dark comedy. And I like the guy that's playing Renfield. That's the guy from the X-Men movies. He plays Beast, a young Beast.
Yeah, I know. I can't remember the actor's name now.
Yep. My man's talking about Netflix over here.
No, I just have it. I was skimming through.
Yep. But I did see the trailer for that one. Yep. And that one too. But I tell you what, that Barbie trailer looks funny. It really does. But damn it, I'm clicking too much. This kid that plays Renfield, that's Nicholas Hoult. He is a great young talent, if you ask me. He's really good. And if you haven't watched that trailer, go watch it. It is funny as hell, man.
Yeah, we got to suffer through Aquafina.
Yeah, I know. That's the drawback, isn't it?
It's funny.
That sucks.
I actually like her. I do.
I know you do, and I don't understand it. But man.
I don't know what it is. You know what it was? Is I really liked the what's the Disney movie where she's the dragon?
Where she shoots the dragon?
No, she's a dragon. She plays a dragon.
Okay.
No, it's an animated movie. It's an animated Disney movie. I forget the name of it off the top of my head, but it's about her. It's about mystic dragons. The dragons held back the evil forces or whatever, and then they all sacrificed themselves and turned into stone and disappeared, and it fractured the society.
Not How to Train Your Dragon, is it?
No, it's
I've never seen it, so I wouldn't know.
Raina and something.
Hang on.
Okay.
It's gonna bother me now, but then she popped up in Shang-Chi, and I was like, oh my god, because they animated her kind of look the same.
Yeah, gotcha.
And I was like, oh my god.
Says, I think it was based on Michael Crichton short story. Yeah, okay, we got that one earlier. Yep, and Renfield looks terrible. Yeah. It just depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a dark comedy, it looks pretty funny. But yeah,
I can guarantee this: there's going to be fang mites in all the scenery.
Yeah, gotcha. That's crazy, man. But yeah, Aquafina, I've never been into her, man. Never have really. Let's see.
Oh, Raya and the Last Dragon. That's what it was.
Yeah. Raya and the Last Dragon. Okay.
Yeah, I love that movie. It's an awesome movie. And then I liked her character in that, and she just grew on me from there.
Now this one here comes out the same week as that one, The Pope's Exorcist. The only reason why I'm mentioning this one, first of all, it's a horror movie with Russell Crowe in it, playing a Catholic priest, which does not sound like it goes together at all, but they friggin' took up a whole segment at WrestleMania promoting this movie. They even had, it was a Hell in a Cell match between Finn Balor and friggin' Edge. Das Wolfen's guy, Edge. And, I couldn't believe it. They had Russell Crowe actually do a spot for it that they showed on the big screens there, and they showed it virtually over the top of everything that we saw at home. And I was like, wow, that they really sold out on this one for this thing. Unbelievable. Trying to put eyes on this movie for people.
Well, the night before was Rey Mysterio Jr. and Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, yes, it was, yes. But to see a movie like, thrown up there like this, it says it's inspired by the actual files of Father Gabriel Amorth. I guess I'm pronouncing that right. Chief exorcist at the Vatican. The Pope's Exorcist follows Amorth as he investigates a young boy's terrifying possession and ends up uncovering a centuries-old conspiracy the Vatican has desperately tried to keep hidden. Wow. The Exorcist meets Da Vinci Code. Check it out, man.
Yeah.
Is Russell Crowe actually trying to get a franchise in his old age or something? That almost sounds like franchise-worthy stuff there.
Yeah.
inspired by actual files of Father Gabriel Amorth. Huh. That's not the same guy that they used to interview all the time on AM Coast to Coast, is it? Surely not.
No, I don't think so.
Can't be.
Wow.
Well, there was a preacher that they had on quite a bit that talked about exorcisms and stuff. No, that was Malachi Martin. Just popped into my head, John. Malachi Martin was the name of the guy they used to interview on that all the time. What you got, Big Daddy?
Oh no, I'm watching a trailer. This is a movie coming out.
I don't watch trailers.
I know.
I don't watch
I'd never heard of this one before, though, so I had no intention of watching it before. Now I do. If this movie came out when I was a kid, this probably would have been my favorite movie of all time. I don't know. It's got Sean Bean.
Knights of the Zodiac. If you want me to show it here, I'll show it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm
halfway through the trailer right now, and I already want to watch it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hang on.
I don't know if it's going to be PG-13. I don't know if it's going to be any good. May 12th is what it says.
And it looks to me like it may be one of those smaller time movies. In other words,
and it might blow up. If it blows
smaller
up,
studios that could take off. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, it's
Sony.
I
saw that one earlier today.
It's Sony, so I mean, I don't know about
what's
small.
the date on it?
May 12th.
May 12th. Okay.
May is going to be an awesome.
You're jumping ahead,
month, man.
Jumping ahead. No, if you want to see a trailer, I want to play it for you, man.
I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of movies coming out in May and June, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, I mean, they've been producing movies all through COVID, and now they're starting to come out. So, we're going to see a lot of these now. Let me get this rolling.
It's definitely refreshing.
Yes. Well, I mean, yeah.
It's just been Marvel.
When was it when we hit the slump? Das Wolfen. It was about, I want to say 9 months ago, wasn't it?
That was
they just didn't have anything to put out.
That was the end of 21 is when it started falling off the cliff.
Right.
And most of 22 was nothing but like Marvel and a few others.
Yeah. Okay, so we got this one here. And I have to redo this. I apologize, guys, but I'm popping between two screens here. One of them I have specifically set up for trailers, and the other one is
he's going to die.
Articles.
Oh, yeah, of course he's going to die.
Sean Bean, of course. You want to see something refreshing? Let him live. What? It's end of times. Sean Bean lived. All right, here we go. Oh, wait. Where is it? Oh, I see. The video was nuked. Okay.
I had a vision. People burning. Everything destroyed. It was Athena. She was doing it. I was doing it.
So, Athena was doing it. I was doing it. She's Athena?
She's God.
Is that what it is? Okay. Hang on one second. E. Clay Thomas says, I think it's based on the life story of a real priest. Yeah. Yeah, but reading that whole synopsis, it sounds like maybe would a real priest be writing about conspiracy in the Vatican? That doesn't sound like anything the Vatican would let it get out, really. I mean,
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, wrong one.
We won't let that happen, will we? I saw what you did in the ring. I knew it had to be you. Say it.
There are gods. And boy, that guy hits with a shockwave. Did you notice that?
What if I told you Sienna here is the reincarnation of the goddess Athena? And you are destined to become one of her guardian knights.
You know, they've already had a failed franchise of this in The Lightning Thief, right? You know,
It's not that failed. They're doing a series.
Oh, this is a series.
No, not this.
Okay.
The Percy Jackson.
Yeah, right.
How does it feel to be a goddess?
Sometimes I feel like I'm a guest in my own body.
Are you ready to start your training?
The Pegasus Knight is brave, humble, and committed to protecting Athena with his life.
Wow. What's up with the mask this chick's wearing? I want to know who's under the mask.
Holy hose do that.
The war that awaits us is unlike any other before.
Oh, yeah! Did you recognize that chick? I know it's far away, but you'll see her face here in a minute. Did you recognize her, Das Wolfen?
I'm not sure.
It's Femke Janssen, man.
I must save the rest of us from her.
Yeah.
You think I wanted any of this?
Love the armor.
Yeah, man. Did you see that freaking guard come down in the face? That was cool.
His power is a liability. Once he learns to control it, no living man will be able to stop him.
That looks pretty cool, man. That looks pretty rad.
You might want to buckle up.
Knights of the Zodiac. That looks pretty cool. Uh-oh. What's he saying? Small time Republic. What's up, guys? Work has been crazy. Just got home. You're good, man. You can pop in here if you want to, or just relax and listen up. We'll be here, man. Let's see. And he says, E. Clay Thomas says, another girl power movie. We'll see. It could be that.
This is based on an
Oh, I'm sorry. I need to pause that. Go ahead.
This is based on an anime, Saint Seiya, Knights of the Zodiac.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I'm still echoing.
That's because I was about to play the rest of it. Go ahead.
You go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I mean, to me, yeah, I can see where it's it's a powerful female, whatever. I don't really care about that. The armor, the action. That's what I want to see. Like, my god,
yeah.
This as a 12-year-old, I played with the action figures and I did these kind of fights. I loved Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and just crazy fights. And that's what I 12-year-old me is coming out right now when I see this movie. Like, it's like, oh man, that kind of movie.
I hear you. All right, let's see the end of this thing real quick. And that's it. What a deal. That looks pretty damn cool, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty damn cool. I think, who's really going to nerd out like you? When Netflix, I think, what is it, the 16th or so? They've got a Power Rangers movie coming out. There's a friend of ours named Jimmy that's going to freak the hell out over that shit, man.
Yeah.
Right there. He's going to be like you are on that one there, Knock. He's going to freak out when he sees that one. But, yeah, that looks cool. I did see that one earlier today. But it looks like, to me, that it is a lower budget film. To me, it looks like. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Bear with me real quick. This thing's acting stupid. Okay. So let's see what else we got coming.
There's another Hunger Games coming?
What?
Yeah, Song of...
the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. November 17th. This is...
Yeah.
Wait, Nick.
It's a prequel.
November 17th. Wow.
It's a prequel. Cool. It deals with an earlier Hunger Games.
Once Upon a Time in Ukraine. If you want to check that out.
Yeah, I'll skip that.
Yeah, I'll skip that too. Let me see. Let me put this back up.
Cool.
Trying to see what else we got here. Okay, this one I wanted to ask Gary about. Don't let me forget. Next time we're with Gary, we got to ask him about this one. There is a UFO documentary coming out. Let's see. All right. Name of it's Accidental Truth, UFO Revelations. The truth can no longer be contained by those duty-bound to hide it. Officials who interact with the public regarding the UFO question, openly acknowledged that they know things that they can't reveal. In Accidental Truth, UFO Revelations, the reality of an advanced intelligence engaging with humanity becomes undeniably clear. Interesting. And that one comes out. What's the date on that one? Where was it? Right here. It's on the 18th. So mark your calendar for that if you're one of those UFO enthusiasts. I dig UFO stuff. That's what got me listening to AM Coast to Coast. Let's see. Small Time Republic says tickets for Once Upon a Time in the Ukraine are only a couple of billion apiece. That's a good one, man. Let's see. Now, they've got one here called Evil Dead Rise on the 21st. I don't know if that's part of the Evil Dead series.
Yeah, it is.
It's got a chainsaw, so it has to.
Well, it's not being made by our man Sam Raimi, though.
Yeah, I'm not that interested in it because it's not Sam Raimi. It doesn't
I didn't
have.
see his name on it, so I was like, I was even questioning if it had.
It doesn't have Bruce. It doesn't have Bruce Campbell. So
yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Anything worth it? Oh well, now this one here intrigues me right here, simply because I like Guy Ritchie's movies, and I haven't seen The Gentleman yet. I want to see it. I've heard good things about The Gentleman, but The Covenant is the name of this one. Guy Ritchie's The Covenant follows the U.S. Army Sergeant John Kinley and Afghan interpreter Ahmed. So that ought to be interesting. If you're into war movies, that might be pretty good.
yeah.
And I do like Jake Gyllenhaal. I think he's a very underrated dude. So, let's see what else we got this month. I mean, I love the Sherlock Holmes movies. I don't know if you guys like those or not, but Guy Ritchie made both of those, and
yeah,
love those things. And then The Tank is a horror movie, low budget, just it looks really weird. A family inherits some land, and come to find out the water tank's got some kind of monster in it or something.
April 28th.
Checking out the Sisu.
What's that?
It's you just passed it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on.
It's on your list. I'm following your list. It's the
Gotcha.
top one.
Sisu.
Yeah, kind of
An
interesting.
ex-soldier who discovers gold in the Lapland wilderness tries to take the loot into the city. Nazi soldiers, led by a brutal SS officer, battle him. Sounds interesting. But, I don't know. We'll see.
Oh,
The visuals look
it's
pretty
it's age restricted. Okay. I gotta make up my birthday to watch the trailer.
Wow, man.
I'm not signed into an account, so.
Please tell me. Yeah, I'm not signed in either. Please tell me it's not like that because it's got Yahtzees in it.
Probably.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, is that why it would be age restricted? That's.
I don't know. I don't see.
Let's see. What's it rated?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I don't see it. Rating on here. Isn't that usually one of the first things they show you is the rating?
Yeah, right?
That's weird.
Wow, that's a big gold mine. He found a vein. That's what he found.
Oh, well. Shit. That sounds crazy. All right. Well, check out Sisu at the end of the month.
Well,
Sisu.
right below it.
Hang on. I've got to click back through all my shit here.
Are you there? God, it's me, Margaret. No, I'm kidding. Black Demon.
Black Demon, yes. My man in his kaiju movies. Yeah. Let's see. Stranded on a crumbling rig in Baja, a family faces off against a vengeful megalodon shark. Well, yeah, you'll be seeing that, won't you, buddy? You love
I
kaiju movies.
I see why this is
Uh-oh, he's laughing about it.
I see.
Do I need
see.
to put
what
it
you
up
have
or
to,
what?
I mean, you could, but it's very violent trailer. It is a violent trailer.
Okay, then we won't be
So
doing
I
that.
don't.
No.
I'll show you guys when we get off the
You can
air.
show
but,
us behind the scenes.
Oh
yeah.
my! I was not ready to see that.
Let's see.
see-
Clay
I see
Thomas
why.
says, I can't wait to see
Okay,
C2.
right now I can't either.
It has excessive violence and gore, so
This is
maybe that's why.
2022.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right,
Is it
gotcha.
already out?
All right.
Maybe it's already
Cool.
out.
No,
Well,
it comes out the 28th.
I
It
wonder why
probably
it's
comes out the
2022.
28th here, but it probably came out somewhere else where it was made. 'cause
Oh,
I think it's a
okay.
foreign
Yeah, I'm
Is
going to
it a
keep this
foreign
on the
film?
side.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I'm a. There's a
There's a-
reason why.
Right, gotcha.
Okay.
There's a docudrama. There's a docudrama
Ugh.
of George Foreman, the miraculous story of the once and future heavyweight champion, which I don't know that I'm going to pay to go see, but I will definitely be watching because I'm a sports fan. Football is my favorite sport, but this is my second favorite sport, boxing. I enjoy the hell out of some good boxing. And that guy has a special story. He really does. So, yeah, I'll be checking that one out. And that's same day as Sisu on the 28th. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. The
Nowhere in
End
the May.
of Sex. No, I don't need to see that movie.
No.
Sex should never end. Okay. There's a documentary called Nuclear coming out on. Okay, we're at May. Okay, so we're done with April.
Not a whole lot this month.
Not a whole lot in April. I thought The Flash was going to be one of them, but nope, I'm wrong about that one, guys. It's coming out in what, May? No,
June.
June.
June 16th.
Close to my
I think.
birthday, but not quite. Yeah. So I guess since we got some time, we can talk about some of the other things that are coming out. Knock, you can keep looking for stuff that you think might be pretty good. I tell you one that I saw earlier today that I'm looking forward to, and that is Citadel. Have you guys seen the trailer for Citadel? Have you seen that?
I haven't.
Do you know what it's about?
No.
Okay. I love Star Wars, science fiction, stuff like that. Star Trek, I love that. But my second favorite genre is spy movies, man. I'll watch anything Bourne. I'll watch anything Mission Impossible. I love James Bond, okay? But I saw the ads for this the other day, and it's coming out. It's a new series for Amazon Prime. And I'll go ahead and change it up here, and we'll show the trailer for this. See what you guys think of this one. Oops. I'm taking the wrong thing out. Okay. Sorry about that, Knock. Let's see. All right. Get it going the correct way here with some sound. All right. And we'll go ahead and blow that up. Pause it. Pull that back. Unmute it. And let her rip. This is a new series coming out on Amazon Prime called Citadel. Frickin' submarine. Did you see that? That's awesome. That's the one I geek out like a 12-year-old boy. Knock right there. When I see a good spy story, dude, that's when I start tripping. Because that's what I grew up on. Before Star Wars, it was all about James Bond. I mean, they had a James Bond movie on almost every Sunday night on ABC. The whole catalog of the friggin' Sean Connery run. It was on all the damn time, man. They showed at least one a month on ABC. Yeah.
Audio.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That looks like a show that's going to be on for one season because it costs too much to make.
It does look expensive, doesn't it? I thought it was a movie when I first saw the trailer for it. I was like, wow, they put a lot.
I'd be shocked if there's a second season of that.
Right?
Looks good though. It does look good. I'll probably watch it. It'll be on my backlog, but I'll probably watch it.
Right. Yeah.
Unless you start discussing it every weekend, then I'll have to watch it. So.
No. Well, if it's really good.
Yeah, I'll watch it. Yeah, and I will too.
I'm only going to do a weekly review on something I'm really into. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, the best thing I'm watching right now is Picard, but I was never a big Next Generation fan. I'm more into the OG Kirk Spock Star Trek, and so my time's passed really with all this stuff. But I can see why people love this because there's several moments in that show that even I was going, wow, they are pulling it off with this thing, man. Have you been watching it, Das Wolfen?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Have you been watching it, Knock? Picard?
No, I'm gonna catch up eventually, but I have a laundry list.
Yeah, I'm not going to go into any details. Like I said,
right now my project
that's
is
not one that I would cover on a weekly basis because I never was into Next Generation. But let's see. Hang on. Whoa, I missed a bunch of these. Let's see. Yeah, okay. George and his 5 sons named George. Yeah, no shit. He does. He's got all kinds of kids named George. Let's see. E. Clay Thomas says he even named all his grills after himself. Oh, yeah, good one, man. Good one. E. Clay Thomas, Hulk Hogan claims he could have gotten the grill deal and that Foreman got it when he passed on it. Hulk Hogan is full of shit.
Yeah, I don't believe anything he says.
The Hogan grill, it doesn't have the same.
It doesn't sound
to
right.
It.
Let's see. Oh, E. Clay Thomas says, ouch, I bet he regrets that. He was really good in that show Bodyguard. The show Bodyguard.
I'm not familiar with
He's
it.
talking about that. Yeah, I don't know that.
I know Richard Madden.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's from Game of Thrones.
See that reference. Every time somebody brings up that reference, I'm like, clueless. Right over my head. Because I never watched an episode of Game of Thrones. I probably know everybody that was on that show.
Yeah.
Because every time somebody sees somebody from that show, they say, hey, he's in Game of Thrones. But I have never watched an episode of it. And I know people think I'm just stupid for that. But I don't need tits and gore to go with my fantasy.
Just ignorant. No.
Yeah. No, it's not that I'm ignorant. I just don't need that in my fantasy, man.
You're ignorant.
Now, by the same token, though, I loved True Blood, but that genre has always been known for having sex and gore in it. Okay,
Yeah.
The vampire story has always been a sexual one, and it's always had gore. So that one, yeah, I completely understood the way that show was. Matter of fact, that's the how
Game
we
of Thrones
talked about.
books had gore and sex in it, so I don't know what your point is there.
My point is, it's a fantasy genre.
So is Game of Thrones.
That's what. No, I'm saying Game of Thrones is in the fantasy genre. I like Lord of the Rings type of fantasy.
He likes the clean, family-friendly.
I like the noble
family.
type of fantasy. That's the kind I like.
I never finished watching the TV show. I just couldn't do it.
Don't worry about it. You didn't miss a damn thing, bro. Trust me. There's a
I
reason why
grew
you didn't
tired
finish
of it.
watching it. It
Yeah.
was stupid. It was bad.
I'm sharing a couple of movies that I want to see this year that aren't big mainstream blockbuster movies.
Okay, go for it. I love. See, this is what I'm always looking for. I'm always looking for the independent films and stuff. I'm kind of like Chris Gore in that. I watch a lot of independent films.
One of them is a blockbuster because it's a sequel to one that did really well, surprisingly.
Okay. All right.
It's Meg 2: The Trench.
To the Trench. Yes.
Well, I read all the books, so I'm all.
These are based on books.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, by Steve Alton.
Okay.
I just can't. I can't do the shark movies. They're dumb.
Oh, this is a megalodon. It's not a shark.
Yeah, there's a difference. There's a difference here.
Okay.
There's a difference here.
Okay. Underwater beasts. Okay, I don't care.
But yeah, it's Jason Statham's in it.
Does he have a daughter and he's trying to protect her the whole freaking movie?
No.
Not this one. No.
Not this one.
That's
Okay,
not his deal
that's
in
every
Meg.
other movie. Okay.
That's every other movie. Not the Meg. No, he's more like a. I've never seen the Meg, but he comes off more like an adventurer in it or something like that. He's a hunter or something, isn't he?
Well,
Something
yeah,
like
he's an ex-shark expert and stuff, but he's like known as a drunk, or he had some issues or something. I can't remember exactly what, but
yeah,
so he's not. His name isn't quite as sterling as it used to be.
Right. Let's see. Small Time Republic says Deborah Ann Wool in True Blood. Giggity. Deborah Ann Wool, help me out. That's
The
the
redhead.
redhead. That's the
Yep.
redhead that was in Daredevil, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Jessica. Shit, yeah. She's
And
happy.
the other one is The Last Voyage of Demeter.
The Last Voyage of the Demeter. Okay.
Based on a single chapter, The Captain's Log from Bram Stoker's classic 1897 novel Dracula.
Really?
The story is set upon the Russian schooner Demeter, which was chartered to carry private cargo, 24 unmarked wooden crates from Carpathia to London. The film will detail all the strange events that befell the doomed crew as they attempted to survive the ocean. Or is it? Oh crap! Sorry.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
As they attempt to survive the ocean voyage, stalked each night by a terrible presence aboard the ship. When it finally arrived near Whitby Harbor, it was a derelict. There was no trace of the crew.
Yeah, right. We know why, but yeah, that should be cool. The Last Voyage of the Demeter. That sounds awesome. E. Clay Thomas says redheads are hot. Yeah, of course. But if you listen to the Rumor Train, they have no soul. The first Meg movie wasn't too bad for a B movie. Yeah, absolutely.
It does have Liam Cunningham in it, so.
Liam Cunningham, show me face. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Also from Game of Thrones.
Oh, from Game of Thrones. Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, he's
from Game of Thrones, of course. No wonder I don't know who the fuck he is.
He's the hand, or not the hand, but the pirate.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very
What
cool.
did they call him? The fish? What was his nickname? He had a nickname for him. He made it his flag. Oh, I'm on mute.
Don't know.
There we go.
Don't know.
God,
Don't
what
know.
did they call him?
But yeah, I'm looking forward to Citadel.
The Onion Knight. That's what it was. He used to transport onions.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Onions. Onion trading. Is that a big thing in Game of Thrones?
Oh my god, my audio keeps going in and out. There we go. Oh well, he used to smuggle them, and one of the warlords, or one of the lord he ended up serving, he fed them, and they were under siege, and he broke through the siege and with onions, and they had already like eaten their horses and eaten the dogs, eaten everything, and the onions were a godsend. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Onion
there
Knight.
you go. The Onion Knight. Nice. I like it. Well, Das Wolfen, you were telling us earlier today that, or you were telling me earlier today that you got to see Dungeons and Dragons finally.
Yep.
And what were your thoughts? Because I heard from the guy I listen to when it comes to movies, the Critical Drinker. I listen to him implicitly because I've never been steered wrong with his stuff. And he said that it was not the greatest movie in the world, but it was fun.
Yeah, it was.
And if you're looking for escapism, that's a good one to go see. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you're gonna not, unless you play D&D, you're gonna miss a lot of the Easter eggs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they're not like required to understand the movie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just when they happen as a D&D player, you're like, I see that.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right.
No, it's really fun. The interaction between Holga and Chris Pine's Bard is hilarious.
Yeah. I would hope there's some funny stuff in there with him being a bard. As soon as I heard he was playing a bard character, I was like, oh my God, that's going to be pretty funny.
Oh, yeah, it's hilarious.
Because he's a funny guy. He's a very underrated actor, if you ask me. I like a lot of the stuff Chris Pine's done. It's just he can't get a franchise off the ground for shit for some reason. He just can't do it.
The weakest character is probably the druid because, I mean, she's important to the story, but her character feels like she's more to be a love interest for the sorcerer than actually a member of the team, even though she is.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really a fun movie. If you like fantasy movies, you'd enjoy this.
Yeah. And it doesn't have tits and gore in it, I take it.
None whatsoever. It's a family movie.
Yeah, that joke was meant for Knock.
The Bourne trilogy is coming to Netflix this month.
Yeah, I always, there's a guy that I watch at the beginning of the month that does a video on everything that's coming to Netflix. It's the Bourne trilogy and the Bourne Legacy too. The one with Jeremy Renner is going to be on there
It's
too.
all Spider-Man trilogy, the first one.
Yep.
Well, the only one, really.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Smokey and the Bandit.
What do you mean the only one? Marvel's already got a trilogy.
Yeah, the original one. I'll say that. Rephrase that.
There you go. Not the only one. There's 2 of them now. There's 2 trilogies now. Speaking of that, which trilogy do you like better, the original one or the newer one?
I just watch them all now.
Yeah.
I'm always gonna have a soft spot for the Tobey Maguire one though. That's the first one
I think
Not
the
into,
first
so.
2 with Tobey Maguire are the best ones. They are. I just think they are the best. But I've always thought that if you took the part where Uncle Ben drops him off to go to the library, if you just cut the movie there and take that spot from there right up until the burglar gets not the burglar, but the carjacker falls out the window and the cops shine the search the building for him. If you take that section out and you plug it into Amazing Spider-Man, the first one with Andrew Garfield, if you did that, you would have the perfect Spider-Man movie, if you ask me. That would make the perfect Spider-Man movie. And it's just because I'm an old dude that likes the story the way it happened. And the death of Captain Stacy in the comic books is the first major event of the story of Spider-Man, besides his origin story. Okay, the death of Captain Stacy really changed his world, and
not as much as the death of Gwen Stacy.
That happened after that.
Yeah,
that happened after that, as it does in those movies. I mean, that's what I'm saying. They start at the correct point, if you ask me. But that part, especially when Toby lets the guy stealing the money from the wrestling match, they ripped that part from the pages of Amazing Fantasy 15. If you look it up sometime, Knock, it looks like they shot it shot for shot, dude. I mean, every Spider-Man fan knows that scene in his origin story, and that's what changes his life, because he lets that guy go and he ends up killing his uncle. You know?
Plus, bonus points for Randy Macho Man Savage being in the movie.
Absolutely. Bonesaw McGraw is the baddest motherfucker ever.
Bonesaw's ready.
Bonesaw is ready. Let's see. Small Time Republic. The new Miles Morales Spider-Man movie will be promoting The Message. Yes, I believe if you watch the trailer, I think one of the characters says protect the rights of trans kids or something. It's something to that effect.
Miles is on his backpack has a BLM.
Has a BLM sticker, button. And he's standing right next to his dad that's a cop.
Yeah. And he's
I'm like,
in Gwen Stacy's room, you see a trans flag that says protect the kids.
Okay, that's what it is. It's not one of the characters saying it. It's something on the wall of a room. Okay,
yeah,
I got you. Yeah.
I don't know if they say it or not. They may say it, and then there may be a
Are you trying to find the freeze frame of it there, Knock?
Yeah, I haven't seen the trailer.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, it looks okay, but it's definitely going to be promoting The Message because they got a pregnant female Spider-Man in it.
Who replaces Jessica Drew.
Who wants to see... What? That's who she's replacing?
Yep, that's the new Jessica Drew. That's the new Spider-Woman.
There's the freeze frame for the backpack.
Right. Yeah, it's got a BLM sticker on it. Yep. Yep. Let's see. E. Clay Thomas says, Spider-Tran. Well, you know what's funny? Now, guys, check this out. In the Ultimate Universe, there's a character named Jessica Drew, and I don't know how deep into the Spider-Man lore you've gotten there, Das Wolfen, but there was the Clone Saga was a story in the Ultimate Universe where Doc Ock actually cloned Peter Parker, right? Yeah. And he adjusted the DNA in each one to do different shit, and there was like 6 of them, and one of them was the Scorpion for that universe, right? There was a couple others. I can't remember exactly. I think one of them had 8 arms. I can't remember exactly how it went, but there was one that was Peter Parker with all of Peter Parker's memories and everything, except it was female. And her name was Jessica Drew, and she was Spider-Woman in the Ultimate Universe. And she's got one of the coolest spider outfits ever. Okay? And in the storyline, what happens is Doc Ock knows that Spider-Man's figured it out. He knows he's coming to shut him down, and he wipes the memory of all the clones. And right when he's about to wipe the memory of the Jessica Drew spider clone that's female, he gets caught by Spider-Man and it blows up the lab and shit. So she becomes Spider-Woman in the Ultimate Universe. And that story is one of the weirdest ones you'll ever read. Spider-Tran.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Frame.
Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch being more than brother and sister.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You have to really look for it, but it's above the door.
Yep.
Yeah.
You do have to look for it, but it is right there, isn't it? Wow. Yeah, these guys that look for that stuff, they'll find it.
You know they're going to find it because people spend hours just frame by frame.
They're looking for Easter eggs, man. They're looking
at every little detail. So
they're not necessarily
they're going to find it.
They're not necessarily looking for this stuff. This kind of content, they're probably looking for.
But then once it gets out there, it gets taken over as a narrative,
and there it goes.
Republicans are like, "Oh my God, it's all over the movies. It's a gay show."
But then, I have to agree with Mr. Matt because them just having a pregnant Spider-Man flinging around, that makes no sense. I don't know any pregnant woman that would want to go swinging around fighting crime. I know you guys don't have
any
kids, but trust me, I've met plenty. I'm working with a pregnant woman right now, and she can't wait till her last day, which is like shit in about 10 days.
But is she a Spider-Woman?
No, she ain't a Spider-Woman. No, she's not.
What if they make a web, right, and it suspends their weight?
Look, troll. I'm
just saying, that maybe they're flying around helps with it. You never know.
All right, boys and girls. Well, that's going to do it.
Pregnant porn stars,
Pregnant porn. Oh God, man. Let's not go down this route. Okay, look, John, tell us what you're doing this week. What's up, man?
Well, Monday through Friday, I'm on Pop Culture Minefield, 10 a.m. Central. I am also on Pop Culture Minefield 1 to 3 Central on Friday and Saturday, and Sundays on. I was actually on screen this time on Dark Side of the Ring with Joe. And Mondays you can find me on that 70s Rock Fans channel at 4 Central and for Only Talk and Roll. And I'm usually here.
All right. Thanks for coming tonight, buddy. Knock, tell him what's up with you, man. Tell him what you're planning on for the draft.
Yeah, well, if I haven't been canceled yet, I'll be here every Wednesday, but most Wednesdays. Yeah, we got the draft coming up. I'm going to be off the next day, that Friday, so Thursday night we'll be up. Draft will probably be going till 11 to midnight or something like that. Usually goes pretty.
We know what Knock is watching later. Yikes.
No, so so we'll be up all watching it. I think we're just doing live reactions. I think is how we're doing it.
Yeah, we're gonna do a live reaction show. It should be a lot of fun.
We'll showcase something. Like I'll showcase some of the players I'm looking for. I don't know if they'll be necessarily the first round. I don't know. I think we're just covering the first round. I don't know.
Yeah, that's all they do that first night is the first.
Right. I don't think we planned for any other day.
No.
For the draft, I think we're just
doing that one. You're taking so much time off for it that I don't want to impair your party. I know you're going to be having a good time.
Well, I mean, the second round's on Friday night, so I mean, I ain't doing nothing.
I'll be at work. That's I'm at work that night, so yeah.
Well,
but anyway,
I'll be checking in from the draft
Yes, because he's going to be there.
Yep.
So it should be fun, and I'll showcase some players that I'm looking forward and see. I don't know if they'll necessarily be drafted in the first round, but that I'll be keeping an eye on in the draft just because what little I was able to
It'd be
learn
interesting
in
to
my
see,
year.
and what we'll have to do, because we really haven't had a production meeting about it yet, but I think we should get together. What do you think? It should be a half an hour or an hour ahead of time to show some of these guys that you're going to be watching.
I would say probably an hour.
Probably an hour.
Just to make
Okay.
sure. Well, we'll discuss it. We'll see because we still have to discuss some of the trades that's already happened.
Yeah. That's what we
You
can do.
know?
We can catch everybody up with the moves that were made in the
Yeah.
off season, right? And some of the
See
big free
see
agency
if Rodgers
things,
has landed anywhere
and
yet.
see what these teams need, right? Yeah, that sounds good.
Well, I would like to clarify, I'm not actually going to be in Union Station in the main hall because I don't have $2,000 for a ticket for that.
Right. But you are going to be there with the throngs of
yes, I am.
fellow NFL nuts. They're going to be out there watching what's going on.
I'll be out there where the concert is. I'll be out there where all the games are. I'll be out there with all the interactive displays. With they're going to have signings from various Hall of Famers.
Yep.
And they're going to have and then at 6 or 7 when it starts.
Mm-hmm.
That's when they'll have it up on the jumbotrons and stuff, but they're going to be bringing out all the top. I think the top 10.
It'll be the first round. They always bring out the first round. They do. We get to see them all. Yeah, it's a fun night. If you're an NFL geek, which I am, I qualify. I'm not a geek for baseball, basketball, hockey, none of that. But when it comes to the NFL, yes, I'm a geek for it. Matt,
I've gotten more into the I've gotten more into the off-season part of football. That's why I'm pumped for this.
Yep, it'd be fun. Smat. Listen to me, Smat. I'm putting his friggin' tag and his name together. Matt from Small Time Republic says I'll get there early. He is our co-host for that one. He is the best backup quarterback in the league. He's been a little busy, so he's usually on this show, but he's been busy at work here lately. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Always, I don't say it enough, and I know I should sell this more than I do, but please like, subscribe, comment, get active with the channel. I don't know if you guys follow my community tab on the channel, but I always put stuff up there. I'd put more polls up if more people looked at it, but that's on me for getting you guys some better stuff, right? But he said, E. Clay Thomas says, have a good one. And I'm going to let you know what's going on the rest of the week with the channel. Of course, we do this every Wednesday at 5:30 for a couple of hours. Just talking about stuff we dig, And I know I've done a little bit more hard news here the last couple of weeks, but it's because we've had some big stuff going on. So we will get back to pop culture next week. And then later on tonight, about 10 p.m., you can catch me right here on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, wherever you're watching it. I'd like you to come over here to YouTube and give me subscribe, though. Papa Joe Gamer After Dark, and I just got this in, and maybe we'll start my career on this one. And, of course, I don't know. When I'm playing it, you may not be able to see me, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, we got 2K23. I know my co-host on Sundays over there on Pop Culture Minefield, Johnny Rock, has it already, so I'm looking forward to playing him for sure.
And I'm getting it on PC next week.
It'd be nice, I know DC Universe has cross-platform with the PC. Might be that way with the PS 5 too. I don't know. We'll find out though.
Yeah.
I'll definitely ask you about it. But yeah, I might crack that open just for this show. I do it on Wednesday and Thursday nights about 10 p.m. And then of course you can watch me and my brother Hack the Matrix tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, and when I say hack the matrix, I'm talking about hacking through the headlines of today. And boy, we're going to have a bunch of them tomorrow. Let me tell you, a lot of craziness in the last week. And we're going to let you know what's going on behind the curtain. So tune in for that tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern for the Brothers Hack the Matrix. And then you can watch me develop my comic book. I think we're going to have a catch-up episode. So if you have been behind on what's going on with the comic book, tune in Saturday at 1:30 p.m. Central, 2:30 p.m. Eastern for Sketching the Privateer, where me and Justifier Jim plot the comic book. And then Sunday, we've got Dork Side of the Ring. Das Wolfen's there. He helps us produce it. Danny Ballard, the Dork Knight of Las Vegas, is the host. I'm his co-pilot, and Johnny Rock is there for color, and we have a good time. We're definitely going to be talking. Danny's not too happy with the state of the WWE right now because he was definitely off-put by the end of WrestleMania. WrestleMania Night 1 was really great, and then WrestleMania Night 2 was... It had the best night of the match, match of the night, or the entire weekend, if you ask me, in the IC title match. But man, the ending really pissed a lot of people off. And
he's not going to be happy with Raw then.
Yeah, he wasn't happy with Raw, guarantee you. I watched him commentate on another person's show last night, and he wasn't happy about it at all. I have a segment on there called State of the Apron, where I tell you about everything in the minor leagues of wrestling, and that's all brought to you by Pop Culture Minefield and KGRA Digital Broadcasting. And then we'll be right back around here on Wednesday for State of the Atmosfere. Also, I will be on It's Only Talk and Roll as the Rowdy Roadies series continues with that channel. Brian's doing a great series trying to help promote the Rowdy Roadies. God, that's hard to say if you don't think about it first. But it's a great series. If you like rock and roll and you want to hear from guys that were in the trenches with these bands, producing these bands, managing these bands on the road, you get some great insights. I loved that first guy we were listening to, Wilco, when he was talking about his parents playing cards with friggin' Meatloaf for hours on end. That was just damn awesome. But anyway, I'll be there on Monday, and we'll be back here Wednesday. So for Das Wolfen and Knock and Matt from Small Time Republic, we love you, brother. Sorry they're working you to death. I want to say good night and thank you for coming. And until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless.